YouTube for my regularly scheduled program. And this morning I'm finishing up my compost. I'm tired because I had a long night. But anywho, here we are. Thank the Lord I made it, and let's grow. I gotta get out of this here corner. And over to the work area that I have already set up. This is going to be a very quick live because all I'm doing is my compost today or this morning. Let me let my tripod up. Maybe. There we go. Is that? Okay, well. Sorry, y'all. Okay, I'm going to have to sit down to do this because my apologies once again. I am not a professional with this camera work, but I am working on it. And I'm finally together so I can be hands-free. Let me check the chat and see what's going on. Good morning, Miss Laura. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I am getting ready to do my composting this morning. And I got everything set up. It's going to be really quick because I got a lot to do and not much time to do it in. Let me check the chat. Okay. And the first thing I'm going to check is my bokashi here and see what's going on. I did not grab my brand, but anywho, let's check it out. And wow, there is a lot of good activity still going on. I don't hear any liquid leche. And the reason I'm thinking that I don't have any leche is because I used my pet litter. This is what's growing on. More of that good fungus has come up. So give me a second and I am going to attempt to grab my brand real quick. Let me check the chat again before I leave. I see people watching and the thumbs are not matching. So if you are watching, please click that thumbs up or down to let YouTube know how you feel. Thank you kindly. I'll be right back. Gotta grab some bokashi brand. And I really wanted to harvest this bokashi, but seeing as that I have time and we still have 2 more months of this snowy weather, I am not, in a rush. So what I'm going to do is take my bokashi brand and cover up the mycelium again. And it looked like it came back bigger. So I'll keep doing this. And I really want some leche. So now I know not to add that much pet litter to my bokashi. That was my first time adding my pet litter to my bokashi because I have never used it. And I was doing some research and I seen people using their rabbit litter for bokashi. So I said, hey, I might as well. That's extra fertilizer that I can be harvesting on my own. And plus it made it more bulky because I didn't have enough food scraps to fill up my bucket. So because I didn't have that many food scraps, I substituted with my pet litter, and I got no leche, which is a first, because I'm used to having some right before it's time to plant, because I got to go out there and get my soil ready to plant. Okay, I'm not moving that, I'm gonna move the whole thing. Let me check the chat again. Mike's Chaotic Garden, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. What is that container? This container here, Miss Laura, this is called a bokashi bucket. It's one of the ones that I have, and I use a closed system where I do not open and add food scraps. I open it and fill it up one time, and then I check back weekly to see if I have any leche, and it takes 2 weeks for it to ferment. But because I added a lot of absorbent material, it doesn't have anything to leach out. But yeah, this is one of my bokashi buckets, and I've had it for a number of seasons. Good morning to growing. Well, yeah, it's early. Digging in the dirt with Tamiko D. Good morning, and thank you for scrolling through. I just finished up my bokashi check, and now I'm going to start on my vermicomposting. On the camera. Yep, okay. So this is my vermi hut where I keep my red wigglers. This mesh over the top with this rubber band is because the last time I was in here, I seen some white springtails, and in order to decrease the population of the white mites, I aired it out by putting on the mesh. This is, oh good grief, this is the top that actually goes onto the vermi huts that I can't get in the picture. But anywho, this is where I create my own worm castings, and I done messed around and dropped all the cardboard out of my holder here, but that's okay. Let me check that chat again before I get started. Scrolling in the chat, everybody is speaking. Urban Garden Chronicles, good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I am finishing up my composting today. I need to check. Oh, I should have brought my worm casting bucket, because I'm hoping this compost is done so I can add it to my collection of worm castings, because I'm gonna need a lot. I got some new planters, and they are going to require a lot of worm castings. And seeing as that I have 2 more months, I'm going to try and do at least 2 more containers of vermicomposting for outside when I get ready to plant. And I don't know how I'm gonna do this with my gloves and everything. So let me just move y'all in closer and lower you down possibly. Yeah, that'll work. That way, I ain't gotta. Boy, I tell you, messing with a camera, trying to do your own stuff. I need a camera crew. That's what I need. Okay, so this is the top layer. I'm going to break it all the way down to the lower level. And the reason I'm doing that is because I need to get the stuff or the worms off of the bottom and let them know it's time to eat. Even though I don't need to, but when I typically yeah, it's some down here. I don't know what they be doing down here, but they like it down here. I lost my train of thought because I'm doing too much. But I need to move this over a little closer. Uh-oh. That would have been a catastrophe. Okay. And I'll check the chat in 1 second. Once I take my gloves off. But this is the level that collects the leche, and it's doing very well now. There is no liquid down here, to which I'm always happy to see. Worm leche, bokashi leche. Yeah, that's some pretty potent stuff that helps my garden. And I enjoy creating my own. Yes, I do. This has helped me make so much soil, or worm castings for my soil. Okay. And before I fluff this bottom level, let me check the chat real quick. Scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. Everybody is speaking. Crafty Leo Cooks, good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I'm in the bushes getting my babies ready for their day. Okay, Crafty, I appreciate your time. Thank you for scrolling through. I'm checking on my vermicompost right now, feeding my red wigglers. This is the bottom level that I only add dry cardboard and paper. And this is the best it has looked in weeks. I'm thinking that aeration, or me leaving the top off of the vermi hut, actually helps a lot for moisture. And I wasted all of my cardboard and stuff, but we are okay. And I keep this level dry. I don't add anything, water or food, because this is the level that builds up my worm castings. Once they get through all of this, I have my worm castings, because I add scraps and things to the top. Okay, so I can get this level off of this way. There we go. And I don't know if you're noticing, but as I move up, the texture of the cardboard changes. And there are worms on every level, but they all move up when it's time to eat. Yes, they do. And uh-oh, I'm hungry. My stomach is growling, y'all. But this is going to be a quick one today because, like I said, I'm just doing my composting. And this is the final compost right here. What it's going to look like when it's finished. This looks like it's finished now because I was waiting from last week to... Yeah, it is. There is no paper or anything in here. And we are looking great. Okay, maybe not with the plastic, but it's okay. They don't eat the plastic. It always floats to the top. To which I have stopped shredding my envelopes because of that fact, because that plastic is horrible. But it doesn't make it into my soil because I'm able to pluck it out. So I will be harvesting this after I feed them today. Yeah, we harvesting this good stuff right here. Black gold. That's what that is. But how I harvest my castings now that they're finished is I'm going to feed the top bin, which is this one. There is no food from the last feeding. That's all paper. So let me fluff this out and then I'll finish saying how I harvest my castings, because I lost my train of thought from trying to get in here and get this done. But how I harvest my castings is I feed the top bin only after fluffing up all the levels, and I come back and I check every 30 minutes or so, maybe even every 20 minutes. And as I'm checking, okay, that's stuck in there, I take and harvest my worm castings. And by that I mean, once I feed this level right here, every 30 minutes I'll come in here and take the top off like this and scoop off the top of my castings until I don't see any more worms. So that's how I harvest my worm castings. And I did bring my bucket. This is my little bucket that I keep them in. And I need to check it while I'm here. Hang on one time, let me move this back. And I'm checking my worm casting bucket for, wigglers, because my castings are so fresh that there would be wigglers in here, so I just take them out because I can't see them all, and I put them back into my okay, well, he done got away, but that's what I do when I harvest. If I see any worms across the top, I'll just take them out and put them back in and continue to harvest. And this is what my worm castings look like once I've harvested them. Very nice, earthy smell. And yeah, I need to fill up this bucket before the spring, and it's going to be empty once I'm done. Okay, so I'm going to take off this glove so I can check the chat, because it's been a while and I feel like, woo, I've been talking a lot and my back is tired. Scrolling in the chat, 16 watching, 9 likes. That is not mathing. If you are watching this video, and have not clicked that thumbs up or down to let YouTube know how you feel, please do. It helps support the channel. Thank you kindly. Everybody is speaking. Best yet journey. Good morning, Liddy B. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Is that regular cardboard? Yes, Tamiko D. That is just regular cardboard, those boxes that you get in the mail with your purchases, and I just cut them up and shred my bills and papers that I don't use, and that's what I use for creating my worm castings. Jegs, J3GS Farm, thank you for scrolling through. You have to eat too. Exactly. Entrepreneurial Diary. Shamika, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Happy Wednesday. Thank you kindly. Happy Wednesday. Do people use earthworms too? Tamiko D, yes, they do. They use a bunch of different worms. There are like, I can't name them all, but I know of the blue, the red wiggler, earthworm. Then there's another one, but I only use red wigglers specifically because they are specifically for gardening. They stay along the top of the soil up and around the root area. So they don't penetrate down deep, but they will. But they're basically composting worms, so that's what they do, and they are in all of my containers. But you can use a bunch of different ones. I just choose not to mix my worms because they all do different things, believe it or not. Worms have different jobs, if you will. And that's why I chose the red wrigglers specifically for my garden, because this is what specifically they focus on. And I'm going to feed the side. I'm just digging a trench so I can put my food scraps in it. And I don't know if you've been noticing, but every time I come in, they are pretty much done with all the food scraps that I give them, which is telling me that my population of worms has increased. So I'll probably be increasing the feeding because I got more worms, which will make the composting a little faster. And because I have 2 months left, I'm going to start pureeing the food, and that'll give me a 2-month turnaround on my worm castings. I'm about to add this grit, and worms need grit for digestion, be it whatever you got. And what I use is a lot of stuff mixed together and ground it up. And let me check this chat one more good time before I do this. This is going faster than I thought. Scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. Do you shred bills that have color on them as well, Tamiko? Yes, I do, Tamiko, because the color is different now. They're not, I can't even describe toxic. They're not as they used to be. As long as it's not the shiny material paper, this is my grit that I'm adding on here. As long as it's not the shiny material paper, the waxy color, and it's dry, basically, it's safe for the worms. And there's my grit. Put some paper on the top of that, just because. And cover that up. And it's still a little damp in here. So what I'm going to do is put that top back on. There is a gob. I don't know what that was, but it's a whole bunch of them. And yeah, that's going to be that. I'm going to just put the top back on. No, I'm not going to put the top back on. Since it's a little moist in here, I'm going to put the mesh back on, because I don't want no more mites to resurface if they have just gone beneath that first inch of soil. And that's it. I am done with that. Pick up some of this stuff. And wow, I got that done in under 30 minutes. Woohoo! And happy about it. So, what's going on is I'm getting my seedlings and everything started. I started a lot of my brassicas, and today I'm going to be doing my flowers. I'm moving stuff around so I can walk over here and show y'all my seedlings real quick. As a matter of fact, yep. Let me grab my, so I don't be knocking stuff down. There we go. But my bucket, I got beans. And they are everywhere. And those will be the dragon tongue beans. And these are royal burgundy beans. And I can tell the difference because of the stem and the color of the beans. This is a pimento pepper, and this is a tomato. The tomato and the pepper are growing outside for the spring. I just have them started in here. And there are my seedlings that I have started. And I got onions and parsley and cauliflower, cabbages. Yeah. So we're ready. My okra back there, I'm gonna have to move it because it's almost touching the light. This is going outside. Another pepper, another tomato that's going outside. That's the gourmandise yellow, and she hungry because her leaf is turning. That's exactly what that means. So I need to change the fertilizer today. My hibiscuses have germinated that I started from seed, or what did I do? What do you call it when you take pollen from one flower? Cross breeding? Yeah, that's what I was doing. But these are my experiments from that. And we're going to hope that they be hardy because I'm going to leave them outside this season. And I want them to come back like a perennial. These are my marigolds. These are a new variety that I have put in here. This is called, good grief, Jester marigolds. I always want to call them a joker, but Jolly Jester, that's what the name of those marigolds are. So yeah, I'll be growing them this season. And then over here are more cuttings. And look at my garlic just over here showing out. Girl, you is wild. That's what you is. And done ate up all the food. It ain't no food in there. So yeah, I'll be giving them food today. And this is my pomegranate cutting that I took off of my pomegranate outside. And I propagate my pomegranates because they don't come back. So I start all over fresh every season. This one should be hardy, to which I'm going to check it when I go back outside. But I've propagated it twice, so I'll have 3 pomegranates. I don't know if my dwarf pomegranate came back because that's what made me start propagating my pomegranates, because it didn't come back. And I was like, no. Luckily, I propagated it. So yeah, that helps. Oh, and my fig cutting is woke. I'm about to do a vlog on that. But anywho, while I'm here, it's woke. Ta-da! Hello world. This is my Chicago hardy fig that I got from Life is Hands. And I don't know what that one is, but it's not woke yet. But I got one, and I'm happy about it. Woohoo! Let's grow Chicago hardy. That is another reason I brought my fig indoors, because I am hoping to try to get it out there early enough to where it'll drop its leaves, but the leaves will come back and I'll get fruit early. Those are my intentions, because the figs outside always die to the ground. Then I have to wait for them to come back. Then by the time they fruit, it's snowing outside again. And who got time for that? Because I want to eat my figs. That's what I want to eat. And I'm just moving around. If you have not clicked that thumbs up or down to let YouTube know how you feel, please do. It helps support the channel. Thank you kindly. Finally, I can sit down, because Auntie, you have to happy Wednesday. Scrolling in the chat, do people eat? I've seen that. Good morning, good morning. Everybody is speaking. Do you shred that? I've seen that. Dang, how did I get back into the Triple G? Mr. Bowtie Life. Greetings, global gardeners. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Everybody is speaking. Okay, that works. I have a lot of papers in that shiny pamphlet stuff I get in the mail. I'm trying to figure out what to do. Yeah, the shiny stuff, you can pretty much throw it away, because I'm tired of looking at all the men. Yeah, in that paper, it will break down and turn into soil. Yes, it will. I thought it was self-pollinated. Oh, maybe you meant self-pollination? That's when the plant pollinates itself, but I hand pollinated it. And I took pollen from one hibiscus, which was red, into the pink hibiscus. And I want to see what colors that I get out of that. It had a bunch of, then I had a yellow one also that had red and white, but they were all tropical hibiscuses, and I ain't got enough room in my spot for tropical hibiscuses, but outside I will make some room. So that's why I cross-pollinated. Yeah, Mike, that's what I did. I took flowers, or took pollen from one flower to another flower that was not, they're the same flower, but they're different colors. Yeah, different colors, but the same flower, because I want to see what colors I get. Good morning, GMama. The Nichols 13. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I am finished now. I am just scrolling in the chat. And yeah, I got finished in 30 minutes, and I'm cool with it, because I like that. Short time and I'm done. Because I got more stuff that I got to do, and I don't want to be toting this camera around. I need a camera crew. Pretty Girl Gardens. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Getting breakfast. Okay, I'm about to eat too, because my stomach is growling. That's what it's doing. When is everyone planting their spring brassicas in zone 8B? I'm in zone 6A, and I have started my cabbages and my greens and things. Oh, I didn't start no kale. I got to go back and do my kale. So I'll do my kale when I do my flowers, because I'm starting my flowers indoors. I didn't have a good germination rate last season when I went out there and broadcasted those seeds, but it could have been because my seeds were old. And yeah, I'm not doing that again. I'm gonna keep them in my pot like I've been doing till I really get me somewhere to broadcast some seeds. 8B. Okay, I didn't know if I could burn that shiny spam and use it in my garden. I don't know. Burning nail and putting it on. It's ash. And it's going to change the chemical. I don't know, Tamiko D. That's one that I would have to look up. Marvelous Gardeners, good morning. Thank you for sharing your gardening wisdom. I learned so much from you. God bless you too. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I just try to talk about what I know, which is all gardening, pretty much. I need breakfast. I need breakfast too, and I am on my way out of here, y'all. We have been here long enough. Good morning, Auntie's World. Annette and Lawrence, thank you for scrolling through. We are finished. I have some brassicas and kale outside from planting last weekend. But we heard we having a cold night next Tuesday. Oh, they'll be okay. The brassicas, they are very cold tolerant, and they taste better once that cold hit them. So, if don't nobody got no questions, cover them. Yep, that's a good idea. I've got to get in potatoes and peas this week. Oh yeah, Mr. Bowtie Life, it's going to be a busy weekend. I ain't even but my potatoes. Where is they at? Oh Lord, because they have eyes and everything, and I'm just gonna go ahead and plant my sweet potato because I was keeping it in the house as a house plant, but it's struggling over there now. So I'm thinking it's ready to come out of there. Potatoes. I got some Clancy seeds too, so I think I'm gonna try them because I'll be growing purple potatoes every season. And those Clancy potatoes, if you have not had a Clancy, Clancy potato, those potatoes is so good. Like when I cook, I only got like 3 last season when I grew them because I started them late. I started them as a second round or a succession planting of potatoes, but it got cold here and yeah, really quick before I even knew it, and I was ready for the cold and my potatoes. So I only got 3, and they were delicious. I did not save any, but I got more seeds. Yeah, it's time to get this breakfast, y'all, because my stomach is about to eat a hole in my back. Yes, I have some tomatoes, and I was gonna cut them up and put. Yeah, that'll work, Tamiko D. You can just tomatoes are easy to germinate, but if you don't take the jelly substance off of the seed by rinsing it off, it's gonna have a hard time germinating because it could get a disease from the pulp while it's in the soil. Fun live. Thank you. Enjoy breakfast. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate your time. Miss T with the T. Little G. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I am finishing up now. I'm just scrolling in the chat, kicking it, getting ready to go eat my breakfast. Well, I got to make something first. I didn't make nothing this morning. I was running late. Oh my gosh, you looking around for your potatoes? That's me. Fortunately, I have them sitting here next to me. They have beautiful green stubby shits. Yes, Mr. Bowtie Light. As a matter of fact, look, I'm going to show you where they are because this is why I was looking for them. I keep on moving them around because I'm not ready to plant them yet. But these are my potatoes that I have. And these are the ones that I grow every season. So they ready. And I don't know what that ugly little thing is. I'm thinking this was a potato from, it looked like an alien. I don't even know if I should plant this because what is that? Ew, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Could that have been one of those red potatoes? Because it was. This was the biggest Clancy potato. They don't make good seed potatoes, do they? Or maybe that's just, maybe it'll grow one. I don't know. If y'all think that'll grow, let me know in the chat. And this one is over here. I think it's getting too much light now because they over here by these lights. But yeah, I'm ready to plant my potatoes too. That's exactly what I'm ready to do. Because I hope I get a whole heap of potatoes this season. Try it. Yeah, I'm going to try it. Oh, wow. I'm going to do some planting tonight. Yeah, Tamiko D, this is the time to do it so your seedlings get a, well, for me, because I'm in zone 6, I want them to get a little size on them. I haven't seen people use 5-year-old dry husk. Really, Mike? Now that's encouraging. I think I might try that ugly little. Cause wow, it looked like an alien for real. Like, ugh. But okay, I'm sure gonna try it. Where you get Clancy from? You can get Clancy from the garden centers. They carry seeds. That's where I got mine from, local garden center. I can't remember which one, but it wasn't a big box store. It was an actual garden shop where they only sell plants and fertilizers and things for your garden. One of those type, because they have a variety of fairy moths, botanical interest, and all those seeds up there. And you only get a couple in a pack, and they're coated. I don't know if anybody, I don't really care for coated seeds, but some of them work, and these Clancy's do germinate, so they have changed my perspective on coated seeds. Good morning, Cheryl. Where is she at? Good morning. I didn't see her scrolling in. Miss Cheryl Norris, thank you for scrolling through. We are finished for this morning. And yeah, I don't have nothing else to do. Well, I do got something else to do, but I'm not finna tote this camera around while I do it. So, with that being said, I appreciate everybody scrolling through and hanging out with me this morning. Team Replay, I forgot to say at the beginning of the video, I appreciate y'all scrolling through here and checking out my good vlog. It was very fast this morning. And yeah, I am done. With that being said, I'm just ready to go so bad. But I can't remember what I was finna say, because I was finna say something before. Yeah, that's embarrassing. But anyway, peace and love, gardening comrades. Heal thyself. It can be done. I'm out. And I don't know how. I just lost my train of thought. Maybe it's the hunger pains. Have a good day on purpose.